Okay, so we'll finish the rest of these here. We're going to talk about a few things as we go. So it says find the correlation coefficient. So I'm going to bring the data back up here, bring my calculator up. I'm going to go to stat and then edit. And I'm going to figure this out. And figure that out. All right, so 15, 19, 27, 44, 32, 14, 38, 55. And then 3, 6, 4, 4.5, 5, 2.5, 6.5, 2, and 7.5. Okay, again, I'm going to drag this over and drop it so that I can look at it and make sure that I didn't make any mistakes. Okay, it looks okay. So then I'm going to scroll down here, and I'm going to find, it wants me to find the correlation coefficient and the regression equation stuff. I'm going to hit stat, calculate, linear regression first. Drop this guy over here. And then this wants me to find the mean value point. That's the mean value point. Stat, calculate. Two variable stats. The mean value point's down there are F, but I see it here, so I'm going to drag this and drop it. All right, so that's what I get. So now let's evaluate what's going on here. So it says, what's the correlation coefficient? The correlation coefficient is 0.06. Whoops, that's not these figures. 0.0677. All right, this is basically no correlation. Okay, there's none there. There's a slight, tiny positive correlation, which talks about the scatter plot that I had up there. All right, find the regression equation. Now, I'm going to write the regression equation down, but I'm going to write a second thing down. So it's 0.0342x plus 3.56. Now, unless your correlation coefficient is 0.5 or better, or negative 0.5, or 0.5 or better on either side, the positive or the negative, it's not appropriate to find this. So you could have written down not appropriate to find because there's no correlation. So because if there's no correlation, finding a regression equation, there's not really a point to it. So use your regression equation to find 25-year-old would play in the number of days. So it'd be 0.0342 times 25 plus 3.56. Now, this is going to be a completely inaccurate, completely invalid thing because it's the regression equation isn't even appropriate because there's no correlation at all. But I'm going to put it in here and get the answer. So 0.0342 times 25 plus 3.56. All right, so it's 4.42. The three significant figures, 4.42. Is it valid? It's not valid because there's no correlation. Now, let's look at interpolation and extrapolation. It is interpolation because this goes 14 to 55, all right? But just because it's interpolation doesn't mean that it's automatically going to work, all right? So now it says find M. Again, you know what? Let's talk about this, but this shouldn't be on this question because I shouldn't even have the regression equation. It's not appropriate. But in a normal situation where the regression equation you had correlation, your mean value point would be 29.1 and 4.56. That'd be your mean value point, three significant figures. You would then take that and you go 4.56 equals 0.0342 times 29.1 plus 3.56, and you plug that in. Now again, I rounded that. We already did one of these earlier, but I rounded a bunch of those things, and so it's not going to come out to be exact. 0.0342 times 29.1 plus 3.56 gives me 4.56 equals 4.56. Okay. Oh, it didn't even say to do that. So it didn't say to do that. So it says plot the point on the graph. So 29 and 4.5 is basically what we're looking for. So 29, 29, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's right about there. I'll put an M on it. Now, there's no line of best fit. The line of best fit would just basically be like this right here, just kind of down the middle like that. All right, but the line of best fit does have to go to the mean value point. That's what I was going for there. I didn't want to write a whole other question on it. But again, this is not accurate to what you would normally do because there's no correlation on this. So it's not the best question in the entire world. It does get the point across. You did not need to do this. Okay, I didn't read it. Sketch the line of best fit on the graph. It has to go through the mean value point. That's the point that I was trying to make sure I got into the extra practice here is that your line of best fit. Let me actually write that down here. Line of best fit must go through M. Okay? So, again, not the perfect question because you actually could have probably stopped right here and said not appropriate to find because there's no correlation. You could have said not valid because there's no correlation, and then you could have done the same thing there. But just in terms of making sure that we understand how you do the things, I tried to make it into one question. It was a bad idea.